So, if you clicked on this video, you're either bored or whatever your reason is, thank you for watching, and you are in for a treat. So, in case you can't tell by the title, I am going to be recounting the most traumatic nights of my life. And all of my 17 in 2 weeks will be 18 years of life. I've never been so scared. I've never been so traumatized. I've never been so betrayed by the people you thought would never betray you. Y'all, it was bad. Okay, so I don't exactly remember the date. I know it was the Friday before my school's homecoming. It was October 4th. You know, it was our homecoming, and my school wasn't high school. We are just known for, like, our homecoming. We shut the entire, like, city down. Like, it's a really big deal. So, I didn't go to school that day because I was getting my hair done. I was getting a sew in. So, I come back to school around 2 o'clock. That's when our pep rally was, and I'm on a band, so, like, we performed and whatnot. That's good. And then we had practice after that because we had a parade in the morning, and then we had our very first competition later that same day. And we had practice till like 5:30 or whatever. And so we had to stay after practice, me and my friends, the ones that we call ourselves the Chilies. It's a long story, inside joke. But we stayed so we could retape flags or whatever for the competition the next day, right? So we stayed there for like a while. We probably didn't leave the school till like maybe 8-ish, like not 8, maybe 7:30. I don't know. It was pretty late by the time we left the school. It was completely dark. So it was but before then, some other people on band were saying that they wanted to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Some of our other friends on band. So we were like, okay, so y'all want to go? Let's go. Call my mom, Mom, can I go to Buffalo Wild Wings with my friends? She's like, you got money? I'm like, yeah. She's like, can you go? I'm like, okay. So we agree to go. And we trying to find a way for me to get home because, first of all, I don't have my license. I mean, yes, I'm a senior and I don't have my license, whatever. It's really not my fault, but I mean, anyway, that's another conversation. But, yeah, so I called one of my other friends. I'm like, can you take me home? And it was like, yeah, so it was like, whatever. So we leave the school to go to my friend's house so she could get her clothes so that we could go to Jalen's house, and then so everyone could change or whatever, and then we go to Buffalo Wild Wings. So we go to her house, right? So we all go in there so she can find something to wear. We in her house, and she's trying to find something to wear. I find this cute, like, little long sleeve, like, hoodie dress or whatever. It's really cute. And so, like, I stole it from her, so I was gonna wear it. She's trying to find a way to get home because Jalen is like, I'm not driving all the way back over here late at night at 1, because she lives on the opposite side of town from where my other friend's house was. And so we're trying to find some arrangement, trying to find a way to get home. I have a way to get home. She's like, she doesn't have a way to get home. I'm just like, well, so-and-so can take you. And she's like, I can't ride home with a boy. My parents will freak out. I'm just like, well, they won't know you was with a boy. They just know that you got to ride home. Blah, 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 whatever. Make a long story short. So we get ready to leave, right? We're walking out of the house. At this point, the door is closed. We have made it almost off of the porch steps. Now, the girl, we call her Chili. So we're going to refer to her as Chili to protect her name because she's still underage. But so Chili, like, I don't know if I really don't know what happened. Like, I don't know if she screamed or if she was just like, she said, y'all, there's something on top of the car, right? So we are freaking out, like all of a sudden, like, it was just instantaneous. Like, we just all turned around and ran back towards the house. Like, it was dark. Like, there are horses near her house where she lived. Like, turning down the street to go to her house, there are like place of, I don't know, it's like a ranch, I don't know, whatever, of horses. So like I'm thinking, and their animals and their dogs and their cats, there's like all kinds of animals in her neighborhood. Like I thought it was an animal. She was making it sound like something was chasing us. Like when I tell you I was legit scared, I was scared. Like my heart was beating out of my chest. And it wasn't even nothing like funny about it. Like we were just like, we all turned around and ran towards the house. I was like the second person to reach the door. And this is where it gets real. I trip over the doorway threshold, right? So I trip over that into the doorway and I fall hard. When I say hard, I mean hard. Like gravity did not have to do me like that. Like I fell, like I would have fallen on my face had it not been for the grace of God. I fell like on my stomach. I was in my practice clothes, so I had on a sports bra and this jacket and some tights. And the jacket didn't have a zipper, it just had buttons. So the buttons just kind of bust open, like, and I fall, and all of my friends fall on top of me. And then my leg was hanging out of the door. Like I fell into the door. So like half of my body was inside of the house. Half of my body was outside. So if something was literally chasing us, they could have dragged me out and I would have been gone. Like there would have been no more Kristen at all. Like I would have been done for. My shoe fell off. I hit the mess out of my leg. Like I hit my leg so hard. And when I got to the restaurant, I found out that I had a bruise. Like there was a whole section of my leg that was like swollen, and it was like a green and purple bruise. I'm not even kidding. Like, and I had that bruise for a couple of weeks now. So I fall. My friends fall on top of me. And then they start laughing while I'm still on the ground. Like, what are you laughing for? What's funny? You know? Like, I almost died. Like, what are you laughing about? So I'm feeling betrayed because somewhere along the line when we was working at the house, I got pushed. I got pushed and pulled. And I ended up falling and tripping. And I ended up hurt. I take the blunt force of the trauma, and y'all are laughing at me? Like, what's funny about this? So we get up, they gather themselves together, and we're like, Chili, what did you say you saw? What did you see? She said, I don't know. It looked like something was belly dancing on top of the car. Sis, what? Belly dance? Something was belly dancing? Like, if that was such a specific thing to see, you really could have looked and see, like, more clearly what you saw. Like, belly dancing? Something was belly dancing on top of the car? Anyway, I go find my shoe, and I'm upset. Like, they still laughing and talking about it. And I go call my other friend because I obviously don't have to take this treatment. And, like, y'all really don't understand. Like, I was scared. I have not been that scared in a long time. Like, I was legitimately scared. It was dark. It was October. It was like Halloween night. You know, I was scared. Like, when we run to the house, I really thought something was chasing us. I was scared, and they're laughing at me. So I called one of my other friends because, like, I obviously don't have to take this treatment from them. And so I call him, and I'm telling him what happened. And it's dramatic, and they laughing at me, and I'm traumatized, and I'm crying, and it's just like, it was not a good look. Like, it really was not. So I'm explaining to him what happened, and we in a car on the way to Jalen's house, and I'm screaming at them for leaving me and laughing at me, and they screaming back at me, and I'm still on the phone, and I look down at the phone, only to realize that he hung up. And I was just like, so I'm in the middle of you telling me about this life or death situation, and you hang up the phone? Is you serious? I was like, all right. So we got to Jalen's house. I called my other friend and my other guy friend, and I told him about what happened. He was way more sympathetic and understanding, which I appreciated. But by the time we got to the house and everybody changed their clothes, I was so not in the mood to like go. And by the time we got in the car, like I was just so not even in the mood to eat anymore. I was like, when I tell you I was upset, y'all, like I was poon, like I was real, like pressed, poon, upset, all that. We get to the restaurant, we see the table where all of our people sitting at. So we get to the table, and the Chili's, they kick in about to all the other people at the table about what happened. And I'm just sitting there like I need new friends. Like, what, like, this is how you react when one of your other friends goes through something very traumatic, and this is how you react. So I asked my friend, the guy I called, who hung up on me, I'm just like, so what was so important that while I was telling you about my traumatic evening, you felt it was necessary to hang on the phone? And he talking about somebody else had called me. What? And I was like, you know what? That's all right. So they keep keying about what happened. I'm upset. So that whole night was just like canceled for me. Like I just was done. And they still laugh about it to this day, 2 months later. Like, and I still think about it, and it's still traumatic. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, I have not fallen that hard in a long time. Like even think, like I have PTSD just thinking about it. Like, oh my gosh. Ugh. Well, so that's my story. That's my story of how I almost died. And I'm grateful to God that I didn't, because, you know, like Kurt Carr said, God blocked it. And he told the devil no, because I have work to do on this earth, which is why I'm still here today. Hallelujah. So I just wanted to share my testimony with you guys. If anyone else has been through a traumatic experience, just know that I understand, and there's people out there who know exactly what you're going through. And if you ever need someone to reach out to or talk to, like, I'm here for you, and I will be a listening ear. And it does get better. It really does, I promise. So just hold on to faith, hold on to God, and you will make it through. You hear me, sis? You got this, all right? So that was my spill, my little story time. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace and blessings be unto you.